Okay, JD. That was the
What
first
up?
time you got to see the intro video.
Yay.
Thoughts?
No thoughts, just action.
All right, it sucks. Noted. Okay, so
No notes.
no notes.
No notes.
All right, how you doing, buddy?
I'm so tired.
Yeah,
And it's going to be hot.
it's gonna be hot.
Tired or hot. It's fine.
Tired, hot,
Paris
sweaty.
Hilton would love this
Why?
because that's hot.
Okay, I walked right into that one. All right, that's for sure. All right, so completely different setup, but nobody really knows that.
We gonna tell them though.
Yeah, this is like
sort of.
This is like the first episode that's actually going to be airing onto.
Yeah, we're actually we have a script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird to like see yourself?
I know, like I'm like, where do I look?
It's like strange to like have it on the screen. But
you know how it's like when there's like a teleprompter and you're like they're like don't read it and then you're like where am I supposed to look? They're like look at it but not at it and I'm like what does that mean?
I've never used a teleprompter.
I haven't either. We're too poor for that.
Actually, I've used it for like training videos on Descript. Descript has like a cool thing where you can like put the you can put like words that you're gonna say like close to the camera.
Okay, yeah.
And you can read it on your screen, and it won't capture it in Descript.
I just wonder, like, I don't know, is it, but whatever. I feel like when there's like, do they pick the speed for you or do you pick the speed? You know what I mean?
You that's a fucking bitch, is what it is, man.
Because like, what if like, what if Jim Bob over here can't read more than 2 words a second? Oh, that's actually terrible. 2 words a minute. There we go. That's better. And it's going real slow, but I read fast as hell. Like people hand me their phones and like, I need you to read this. And then I'm like, okay, here you go. They're like, how'd you read that? And I'm like, I'm a fast reader, dude.
I sometimes so like I'll be like reading like we'll be putting stuff online like on your I don't even know what I'm fucking saying. I have no idea where. Anyway, when it comes to reading stuff like Netflix and Hulu, and like I'm putting stuff up to be like, all right, Shelby, what do you want? We just sit there for a minute because I'm reading it. I'm like, I sit there thinking like, okay. She's like, I've already finished reading.
I already finished reading.
I'm like, okay, I guess I'm the slow reader.
I was halfway through that paragraph, but we'll go to the next one. It's fine.
We're gonna have to get used to me. I have to try my best to hit each camera button. So that when it's like when I'm talking, I've hit it and now I'm here. And then
you need like a beeper.
Do they have those?
I don't know.
Wait,
probably.
a beeper?
Not a beeper, but like it's like hitting the keyboard, but it's like how they have the buttons for selfie sticks.
Okay,
It comes off, and then like you're holding the stick, and you're always like, how do they take the photo? It's a button.
The button.
That's why you can always never see their hands because they're hiding it in their pocket or some shit, and they're like, boop.
True. For the viewers at home, I'm sorry. I keep 1, 2, 3, 1. It's pretty simple though. 1, 2, and then you're 3.
And 3, yeah.
But I just have to like be able to sit here, talk to you while it's going on, and remember like
hit the button. See, I'm telling you, you need a button, but like not too much because then it'll become like a one of those anxiety balls that you just squeeze, and you'll be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I feel like my years in piano playing are really coming to light here. But anyway, let's go to the main side. So we do have notes because we're trying to just figure. So okay. Fuck telling them what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
right. Because it's all just about.
You're smarter about this. You wrote down things. I didn't write shit, dude. It's all up here.
I just like writing. All right. So okay, we can go to me. Right. I got called autistic at work.
I remember this.
Oh, wait. Have I already told you this?
You did tell me this.
Oh, fuck me.
But it's fine because
okay.
it was dumb. It was very important. Keep going.
No.
No.
Now it's done. I mean, I guess like for anybody listening, that's my office manager called me autistic. So that's where I'm at. This is where I'm at this week.
It was over something so dumb though. Like it's just like you raised a good point. They're just like you're being autistic about it. Just the fact that like they're what are they in their 40s?
I want to say they're like late 40s.
Late 40s. Just the fact that like they thought that like you bringing something up that was like of importance, like in a workplace environment, and they're like, you're too focused on this, you're being autistic about just the fact that they're like, oh, you're really thinking about this, that makes you autistic. That's crazy. That's a crazy poll.
Dude, it's been weighing on me, but oh, okay. So the next thing that happened, right, is like I feel like ever since I brought that up, like I've been like, hey, I'm the legality and compliance and ethics guy who's kind of gonna just voice annoying shit about that. I'm the annoying guy in the office.
Someone's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it, and we all have our cross to bear, you know. And we were at an event, you know, serving ice cream to kids, and somebody was like trying to get a dude in a truck to like pull the air horn. And I was like, I wouldn't do that. We're right in smack dab middle of town and that's illegal. And then not really anybody related to like being a boss in there, but related to the boss of the place that I work at was like, it's not illegal. That's not illegal at all.
In the center of town,
And-
though, in the middle of the day.
And dang it. We just lost camera one.
How'd you lose
So we just get yours.
Yeah, and then the duo. All right,
Yeah.
well, work in progress.
Work in progress. I'm not going to spend that. Actually makes shit a lot easier. Maybe.
The camera setup will get fixed eventually.
Actually, maybe it's just better to do it like this and then move the camera elsewhere in the future.
we got time. We got time to.
Honestly,
with it.
Matt, you ever watch Matt and Shane's secret podcast?
Yeah.
That's literally all they do. So like maybe like fuck it, do the whole setup a little different.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got so thrown off. But okay, now we can actually be friends and talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I just brought up like, hey, that's kind of illegal. You know, like honking a horn ain't kind of bad, but like blowing the air horn. The air horn's a little different with the trucks.
Way different.
And it's just like I'm not pissed that they challenged me on that, right? It's more just like, oh, I've become the annoying guy that like every time I say something might be legally whatever, they're like,
oh, here he goes again.
Here's fucking Thomas talking about laws.
Camera froze.
Damn.
Oh.
Well, we're still.
Yeah, I mean,
wait.
We'll keep
Yeah.
going, yeah,
And then we're gonna plug that one.
it's unplugged. A bad Glade plug-in commercial. I'm not even plugging it in. It's just like plugging it out.
What's that?
You know, like plug it in, Glade. Except it's like plug it out. I don't know. That actually sounds like that specifically sounds like a bad spring break occurrence, but.
Oh dang, man. Okay.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got it back.
I got movement with the
Okay.
NOS.
All right, but enough about my bitching right there. Where you at this week?
Dude, it's cool because like school's out, but like working in the food industry when school gets out is like a nightmare because like everyone's just like the kids are home and all they want is food. And I it's cool because like we make money and stuff, but I'm like, where are you people getting your money from to blow like hundreds of dollars here like 3 times a week? Like that's crazy to me.
Honestly, yeah.
Like,
I went out to eat once. It was $60 and I was like,
Yeah.
not doing that again.
I mean, like you can get like some of these pizzas, like, you know, like the $40 is the most expensive one. There's a lot on there, so it's like worth the money. But I'm just like, dude, you're doing this like 3 times a week. What the fuck? What is your job?
Dude, some kids just have money. They're just given money.
That's yeah, and
But also you don't have like bills, you know, like when
Yeah.
you're young.
Yeah.
Money does go far. You don't
Dude,
have a lot of
the crazy thing with some of these kids that work for us is some of them are still in like high school, which is great because like some of them are really really good workers, and I love that. And like I'll ride for those kids, dude. Like they're fucking awesome. But some of them are like, oh, I want money, and then we're like, well, you want some more hours, and they're like, no. And
No.
I'm like, what? And they're like, well, I want money. I'm like, but you don't want to work. They're like, yeah, but I want money. And I'm like, do you hear yourself? You know?
What was that?
Sorry, I got a text.
What was that?
Oh, my buddy's coming to get food, and I was just like, he's like, I'm gonna be in town. What are you doing? And I'm like, podcasting, dog.
No. Kids are wild. I served a bunch of them ice cream. I hate the service industry, man. I hate it.
I have my gripes with it because every day I run into at least one person One, at least one, minimum of one, that it's their first day on Earth.
Yep.
Straight up, I shit you not. I'm sitting there and I'm making this pizza the other day, and somebody asked me, like, I'm not even at the register. Like, they asked through the person who's like checking them out. They asked through them to me because apparently I look like I'm more personable, which is fine. I don't care about that. But they're just like, does your sausage have beef in it? And I was just like, did you hear your question? It's just one of those things where
Did you hear yourself just now?
I wish I could say it sometimes, because like I can understand like asking a question like, hey, does your dough contain, gluten or this kind of flour, like little things like that. Like, sure, I can understand those questions, but you're asking me if my sausage, my raw pork sausage, if it has beef in it. Like, dude, come
Sorry,
on.
my mind went to a dirty place.
That also doesn't have pork, though.
Yeah, holy fuck.
I mean, beef, whatever.
Dude, you know what? I've been sensing it since we got in the car. I've just been in like a little bitch attitude, and it's because I am frustrated. Like these things that I wrote down about, like, how's life been for the last? I get what, we haven't been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's like, how's life been? And I got called autistic by my office manager, which happened a while ago, and then it's now I'm getting yelled at about other dumb laws where people just feel like they need to be like, no, you're not right, you're wrong. Which
you're wrong.
I looked into it. It's it's an Oregon revised statute. You cannot pull your horn unless it's an emergency. Just want to throw that out there. I am petty. And then the other one is like, my boss just left in the middle of a meeting that I had where I was concerned, where I was like, hey, I found this out, this and that. And he's just like, I gotta go. I got something more important than compliance to deal with. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, I don't own this place. I'm
raising my points of this could be important. It's like the cool, like, because this is like the first time I've worked in like food service industry, and like we have a health inspector coming this month, which is fine, but like I guess I'm a little more anal this time around because I've gotten 200s in a row, and that makes me feel good about myself because I'm like, fuck yeah.
But you want to keep them.
Yeah, but it's like little things that like I see like some of these kids doing, and I'm like, can you not do that? And they're like, do what? I'm like, motherfucker, I swear to God, dude, I will fuck you up. We're frozen again. I look
damn. Yeah, hold on. That's why we keep the third camera.
Yeah, but it's just like little things like that. Like I'm just like, dude, it's the little compliance things, The
little compliance. Gotta keep talking,
JD. Like it's like here's a good one. It's such a nitpick for me in the morning. I get there at like 8 a.m. right, and I have to unstack chairs and shit, and like the lobby, like all of my tables will have like grime and just like sauce and fucking shit all over them, and I'm just like, bro, why don't you wipe the tables down, dude? I mean, like, you could, I do it, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, why aren't you guys doing it? Because now the chairs have sauce in them, and now I have to clean like 30 chairs. You guys are dicks. That's such like a nitpick though, because like it could be so much worse. So like some mornings I get there and I'm like, I just like bitch for a minute and then I get over it. But like I'm just like, dude, I'm not trying to flunk a health inspection first thing in the morning because you guys were lazy.
I think I got it fixed.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this might be a more sustainable fix for us.
Yo, also, I just want to point out that when we were at the gas station and dude was like, bro, every time I see you, you're wearing your Vans, you're not wearing your Vans. These are fucking Vans.
I was confused by that.
I was very confused by that.
I thought he was talking about shorts, and I was like, I've never seen JD in shorts in my life.
I don't do shorts, dude. I wear pants. But yeah, no, these are Vans.
Yeah, how wide are your legs?
Very.
Yeah, like
very.
Holy shit.
Very.
Ah! Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, the
yeah, but yeah, like I
oh shit, it's about time to move on.
Yeah,
we've naturally done 15 minutes.
Sick, dude.
We're bitching and griping. All right, so all right, cool. This is what I thought of. Did you hear about the news recently from it was up in Devil's Punch Bowl somewhere along the coast in Oregon? Some lady died.
Oh my God, was this about the people that they were telling people not to go in there because the tide and everything, and then people were like, we're gonna go down there. Yes, I did hear about that.
All right, let's see. Okay, so my thought was, okay, somebody did die, right? Some lady died, and it's probably because
Compliance.
no, no, it's because she slipped off most likely, or slipped into the water and then just got beat to shit up against the rocks, and
Damn, dude,
she was
fell in
dead
the
when she
punch bowl,
pronounced.
dude.
But here's the thing: she died at a place called Devil's Punch Bowl.
That's so hard.
Let's here's what. Oh shit. Okay, let's make sure. What we can do here is we're gonna look up Devil's Punch Bowl.
Does this still work? Is this still hooked up?
Yeah, just watch.
Oh, sick.
You ready?
Yeah.
Main screen with computer.
Oh, dude.
Here we go.
Okay, I don't know why
Let
I
me
asked
just
stupid
set
questions.
up the here, and let's go to the images, right? So this is where she died. I love how I'm like, this is where she died. And okay, those photos are just fine, right? So she died in that, which is pretty cool. We'll just look at it again.
But didn't she like go like down further and then there's like a little cave entrance or something?
I don't know.
Or maybe what I'm thinking of happened somewhere else in Oregon.
Maybe.
So there's potentially two places where people went where they weren't supposed to go.
Dude. I thought, what a cool way to die in a place called Devil's Punch Bowl. There can be worse places.
There could be worse places.
And I had thought about that. I was like, okay, that's sad. Somebody died. But what are some other places that have some really weird names? So I wrote them down, right? There are some natural land formations like Turnip Rock.
Turnip Rock. Does it look like a turnip?
Probably. I imagine that's where it gets its
I would
name.
hope so.
Or it's where turnips are. I don't know.
There's just turnips growing out of the rocks.
That would suck. Be like, what happened to Uncle Greg? And it's like, oh, he died at Turnip Rock.
He died at Turnip Rock.
That sucks.
Dude.
There's another one. There's Disappointment Island.
Disappointment. Where the hell is that?
That's in New Zealand. I had to write that down because I was like, really?
Disappointment Island. I want to go there.
And I want
to. Do you think it's a disappointment?
Yeah. Well, here, let's see. We can bring it back.
What if this is like a little guy.
Let's see. Is it? Let's see. That is disappointing. Yeah.
Disappointing. It's just a little guy.
It's nothing. I like these.
Why does that one?
What is
like,
up here?
Why does that look like a Call of Duty map?
It looks like you're about to drop in.
Yeah, it looks like
it's like a Warzone map. Yeah. Now I have to look up this one. Shakes. Actually, you know what? I did this in an AI overview thing or something. So let me just. Where can you find your AI searches? AI mode. Let's go to the history. So. Ooh, let's not let people see my history. All right.
I can't read that.
Restaurant. Oh. How to check your CUDA version. I don't think I'm finding it. Okay. Shakes with beef is what I'm seeing.
Shakes with beef? What?
Oh. Shakes with beef. Well, that's just this. Okay.
That's not it at
all right. All I was saying, so that was a dumb bit. That was a really dumb bit. I should have spent more time on. Turnip Rock, though. That would suck to die at. Devil's Punch Bowl is a pretty cool place.
I don't know
to say you die.
why Turnip Rock made me think of holes, because that was onions, but that's what I was thinking of when you were talking about Turnip Rock, you know.
I can see that. Put that.
That's just like there's certain places that like have funny names. You're like, how did you settle on this? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
look at and like this one. Here's a good one. This is specific to Oregon. You have Sisters, Oregon.
Yeah,
you know, it's slightly to the east of that. Brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
There's Brothers Oregon.
Brothers and Sisters Oregon. Yeah.
I like the there's a. I got nothing. I haven't been in Oregon for so long that I'm forgetting some of the dumb names.
It's so funny because like the way Oregon is structured is you have like Southern Oregon's like your farm area, and then Northern Oregon is your metropolitan, like Portland, Eugene, all that is like your cities and stuff. Western Oregon is more farm, and then Eastern Oregon is just fucking nothing.
Dude, I feel like
it's just open land and prisons.
I feel like if you were to describe Oregon to people, like it really is a place that, like, I mean, we all forget about Eastern Oregon, right? Like everything over there just kind of
You do
sucks.
bad shit, that's where you go.
Yeah. Like Christmas Valley is like nowheresville. Now it's beautiful, right? The Oregon Outback, but it's like nothing. There's nothing out there. So when you explain Oregon to people, it's like you've got Southern Oregon and Northern Oregon, and that's really the population centers. It's like the more south you start, the more in the woods you kind of are.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're more in the woods, and like civilization's kind of built into the terrain. And the more north you go, the more money you need to get that.
Yeah.
You know? And so like going up, it's like it ends, okay, where it goes wrong is in Wolf Creek.
Dude.
We all don't if we could just annex Wolf Creek and be like, it's Wolf Creek as a state, I think Oregonians would be like, that's fine. We don't need to deal with Wolf Creek.
No.
But then you like go up to Canyonville and you're like, oh, casino only? This sucks. What do people do in Canyonville?
Casino.
Is that it?
And
That's
farm.
the job? Okay.
And farm, yeah.
I don't know.
The ranch is in Canyonville.
I don't know a single soul from Canyonville.
Hey, dude, Ben was from Canyon.
I don't know Ben.
Well, you know Ben enough. That's fine.
I met Ben in Klamath Falls when he lived there.
That's fine. It's perfect.
Yeah.
He's from Canyonville.
Okay. Explains a little bit. I know more people. Anyway, we're going off topic. So yeah, the more north you go, the more money it takes to get more to southern living. Yep. And I laughed super hard. The guy who used to work at the office, I can look up anybody's where they're at. If you're a customer of ours in our office, I know where you live.
Dox you.
I know exactly where you live. I have looked at your house and I'm watching where you're at. And the guy who used to work, I used to go to school with him, right? And I was like, I wonder what he's doing. I wonder what he's up to. And he moved from here and he left from Takilma, right? He was living in a trailer on his mom's.
Takilma.
Yeah, that's nowheresville, man.
Takilma Mockingbird.
Yeah. And he moved up to Eugene. I was like, I wonder what the hell he's doing up in Eugene. He's living in a trailer, out of the trailer, behind a tire shop
in
Eugene.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sucks. That sucks super bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I've never met anybody who's gone to Eugene and like gone downhill. You know, most people who moved to Eugene moved on to do better things.
It's crazy because like in Eugene, you have Eugene and Springfield. You know, it's like the same area. So Springfield like had a really bad homeless problem a couple years ago, and they were just like, no more, we're done. And I was like, well, what does that mean? And they were just like, if you get caught giving money to the homeless, you're in trouble. We're fining you. And then they kicked all the homeless out and sent them to Eugene. And I think that's hilarious.
Dude, what? That is funny.
They straight up pulled a sponge out. They're like, what if we take it and put it over there?
Dude, what is going on with the homeless population in these areas?
Dude.
Because like,
it's crazy.
Shelby was like trying to give some guy some water. And he's like, I don't want that.
Dude, no, straight up. Like if you aren't offering them like drugs or beer, they don't want it. Like they could have a sign that says need food, and you could buy them like $40 a Taco Bell, and they'd be like, I don't want that.
I want money for food.
Well, what the fuck? Your sign is misleading. What the hell? I don't get it, dude. Like,
I don't. How can you be better than? Well, and here's what I'm assuming, because like that was frustrating to hear. Like I try to give a guy water, it's getting hot, and he's like, I don't want that shit.
No.
Yeah, I don't want that shit. And you're like, how? And it's because they have the encampments, and water is just there. So they've gotten to the point where like you have elevated the ego of the homeless population. Yeah. And they're like, no, give me money for food, which i.e. means I want to go and buy some crack. Or it's fentanyl these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
It ain't even crack or meth.
It's all fentanyl.
God dang.
Like the homeless camps downtown are kind of crazy because I'll be going driving through town, and then there's like the big camp right there. And like I'm just looking at it, I'm like, there is people in there that don't look like they belong in there. What are you doing? And then like someone would come out from like behind the fence. I'm like, oh, you belong there.
You belong in the
you
encampment.
belong there.
There are some dudes that you see from my office. They're just walking, and you're like, are you homeless?
Dude, some of the people who walk through town are crazy.
Yeah, like, you're like, why do you have a boombox?
Oh, dude, that guy, dude. Oh, that guy's funny. Like, so sometimes he sings too. It's really funny. Like we walking through
I
down.
think I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like one time he was listening to Black Sabbath and he was singing Crazy Train. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen him in like a couple of different times throughout the day, and I've seen him after I've been off work in a better mood. And I imagine that's the moment he got drugs.
Yeah, no. One time when I was working at the gas station, he came through because we'd see him every day, like at least 2 times, and he usually just asked for a soda or something. We'd hook him up because he's a nice guy. One time he came in and we were like, what's up with your leg, dude?" And he's just like, "Oh, it's nothing. I think I just like got bit by some dude. This motherfucker had MRSA, and it was so
Holy
dude. It was like
fuck.
eating his leg. It was black." And we're like,
Nice.
"You should go to the hospital." He's just like, "I don't do hospitals." And I'm like, "You're gonna die, dude." He's just like, "Nah." And then he bought a 40 and left, and he's not dead. So I mean,
Have I have I told you the story of the homeless man who fell outside the front of our office?
I shouldn't laugh.
Well, poor guy. I mean, like when he fell, he cracked his head like an egg, and he was bleeding all over the place. And we like just let him in, and it was his friend Kenny, who in his phone was named Black Kenny.
Hell yeah.
And he called Kenny to come help him and pick him up. I don't even know why I grabbed his pen. He called Kenny to go pick him up. And like this guy's gushing out of his head. We've called 911. We've got paramedics in there that are trying to take this guy to the hospital because he's profusely fucking bleeding.
I know hospital.
And like Black Kenny comes in and he's just like, "You doing, Greg? Where we at in Oregon?
Where we at?
Where
dude?
we at?" And you're just like, what is happening right now? He's like, "Where the fuck we at in Oregon?"
He can't think he bleeding.
I think for him, where are we? I didn't understand how it's like you can see your friend bleeding out and be concerned about your location.
I
on the
feel like
planet.
this is like a regular occurrence for him. Is probably what happens. He's probably like, "This is like the third time this week. I'm very upset about this.
It's well,
I'm gonna be here for you, but I'm gonna be pissed at you."
well, it's more like he's cracked his head so many times that he's like they've got a map in their apartment where they put dots on it, and that's why he's like, "Where are we, man?"
Dude, we're just mapping out like Batman.
This is where you fucking man.
Bark.
Bark, headed home through Berlin. Shelby just texted me, headed home through Berlin.
Berlin's
like,
in Germany.
I know.
That's
like,
not local.
Yeah. It's like, how the fuck you cutting through the Autobahn right now? That's crazy.
Because the Autobahn, she went fast.
Oh, shit. Oh, look at that. We've almost done it again.
Another one.
Another 30 minutes.
Which part was this? Was this supposed to be local?
Yeah, that was
pretty
local. What, you
right?
got any local stuff?
Yeah. Did you know that Oregon's in a drought?
Yeah.
I just saw the news about it yesterday.
Did you hear the Portland dude
No,
who was found in a crawl space?
that's no.
What you doing? There was shit going on out there.
Yeah,
Did you hear
yeah.
that? Okay, but what about the drought?
Oh, it's just apparently we're in a drought now. I was reading it last night. I'm like, damn, dude, we're like one step away from being California.
Yeah, we're close, but we'll be all right. I think you can usually tell on the tops of trees. Found that out.
Yeah.
Like if they're like dwindling away at the top, it's like that means you're in a real bad drought.
We'll be okay.
I don't know shit about the environment.
We got a good couple maybe 5 years left before it's bad. We'll be
They
okay.
keep saying that, and then it's like, then they say like, oh, with the air currents, it's like this
Dude,
year.
the problem here is that like we're so flammable,
Oh,
but like they won't let us fix the flammability. Does that make sense?
how do we fix the flammability?
Well, we need to like fix the forest area because they stopped letting people like I can't remember what it's called. I'm drawing the biggest blank right now. But pretty
I'm
much
gonna
like
tell you.
take care of the forest because it's overgrown and shit. So you have to send people in and you have to like clean it up. Because otherwise it's just like overgrown and there's just bushes, and if a fire starts, it's just gonna go up like a Roman candle. But they were like, you can't touch the forest no more. It's bad. And I'm like, why?
Dude, that's kind of like, dude, that's exactly like the desert, right? So like when you go to NTC in the Army, they
Mhm.
send you out to Mojave. You're out in Barstow, in the middle of fucking nowhere in California, and they're like, but you can't poop or pee out here. And you're like, why? They're like, it disturbs the wildlife. It's like,
Oh, it did it again.
Oh, damn. That sucks. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, I keep forgetting.
Yeah. No, but like it sucks because it's just like there's no upkeep. So it's just like the forest grows, which is great. Like I mean, we have healthy forests until they catch on fire. You know what I mean?
True.
But it like the whole problem is there's no upkeep and they're just like that's the part where like your environmentalist people from like the 80s and the 90s are completely different than what they are nowadays. Because nowadays it's just like, what are you doing, dude? Like you've completely missed the purpose of, well, we're saving the trees. And I'm like, you're killing the trees because when there's a fire, now everything dies.
Yeah.
And then the trees don't come back and they're like, oh my God, where did the green in Oregon go? And I'm like, I fucking wonder.
Dude, I remember my grandpa saying, like, you just watch, Thomas. It's gonna burn worse year after year after all this shit.
Does.
And I was like, Grandpa, I'm 6. I don't know.
And now you're just like, damn, Grandpa.
Yeah. I was like, Grandpa was right, but I don't really know what about. Like, he saw it happen.
That's pretty much what happened. Is they like the idea of we keep Oregon green. That's what this is. It's like a Trump slogan. It's straight like keep Oregon green.
Coke.
Love it.
Cog.
Love it on paper, but the execution is horrible.
Fucking, did you hear about the man living in a crawl space up in Portland?
No, that's crazy though.
It's nuts. It's actually pretty wild. I could probably pull up the article here, but I wanted to just give you his name. It was Benjamin Bacure. No, Ben. We gotta pull the article up. Everybody was just heard me fumble that hard. All right, what do? We go to ground news, then we go to For You. I got some very fun ones, but don't look.
I can't even read.
All right, Oregon family.
So far, that one's big.
All right,
that's
here we go.
Headline.
Yeah. So
what the fuck did you just click? How did you do that? That was crazy.
I know. Isn't it awesome? All right. So this. Oh, come on. Yep. I am so sorry for the people who have to watch me do this. He was found in here.
That's crazy, dude.
Isn't that insane? Yeah. Just wait. He's got a curve. I don't even have a curved fucking monitor. Do you see that? He's got a curved monitor. He's got a boombox. Same boombox, that one.
Dude, how did he?
Yeah.
He just like wire it.
Look, he's got a whole fucking setup in here, dude. Totes and everything. Fan.
How did he get in there?
He just did. His name is where is it? Authorities say it's not Benjamin, it's Benjamin. Maybe that's a typo. But this was a joke that came to my head. This is Benjamin Bacure, which translates to BB, which means this is the BB in our West Coast that's staking his claim in the West Bank.
3 months is crazy.
3 months he's been living there.
Dude, hold up. What? So if you look at this mugshot, can you tell me why he kind of almost looks like a cracked out version of Jake Gyllenhaal?
What does Jake Gyllenhaal look like? Jake, welcome to GOG.
GOG.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay. No. Jake Gyllenhaal, and then we'll just remove the movies, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do it. You're so fucking right.
I was staring at it. I was like,
Shit.
why does he look like a cracked out version of Jake Gyllenhaal? Specifically that second photo when he was doing Spider-Man.
Holy shit.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me being on the internet.
I can't like show two at once for these folks at home, but yeah. Holy shit. That's a cracked out Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't really know what this guy's done. I mean, I recognize him, but
he's in
like,
all kinds of movies. Yeah, I guarantee you've seen at least one movie with him in it. So.
Maybe something. Okay. Other than that, this was my favorite headline that I've read all day, which was Louisiana man fleeing DWI stop, jumps into swamp, gets attacked by alligator. And it's so funny because it went from bad to worse for this guy.
Could you imagine running from the cops and then you end up in a lake and a croc gets you?
You jump into the swamp and you're just like, what could go
That
wrong?
makes me wonder if he was like local to the area, because I feel like if you live in an area like that, you know the rules. It's just like Florida, like you don't jump in the swamp, like you know better. He had to have not been.
No, it's a Louisiana man.
Maybe he was from like the other part.
And he's fleeing a DWI stop. So we can assume he's drunk and not having a good idea.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
all right. Lack of focus. All right,
but like, fair. Could you imagine your day going from like bad to worse like that? That is the worst possible way for things to escalate for you. Because you're having a good time. Drinking and driving's awesome, right? And then you see the stop and you're like, I'm actually going to get out of here. And then you find out I'm in a worse spot.
So do you think did he crash the car into the lake, or did he get out of the car and jump in the lake?
Again, let's read it. Right?
Now I those are two different things.
He was attacked.
Jumps into swamp. There.
Yeah. He allegedly drove recklessly on I-10 in Jefferson Parish, striking a concrete barrier and blowing out a tire before troopers stopped his Toyota Supra. He was taking a Supra. After showing signs of impairment during the stop, he fled on foot, jumping from the I-30, where troopers later found him walking along a Highway 61. They apprehended him using a drone after he jumped back into the swamp to evade officers, resulting in an alligator attack. Dude, you know what's really funny about that? They watched it on the drone feed.
Dude, 100%. Like if I was chasing the guy and he jumped into a area where there's crocodiles, at that point you're like, good luck, dummy.
Yeah. I feel like this cancels each other out though. Like I feel like you can't be attacked by an alligator and charged with a DWI in the same day.
He what would you call that? Like aggravated assault on an animal.
No,
he entered their area. I don't know. He touched the water.
True. Yeah, the alligator is not at fault. That's for sure. He was stand your ground law.
Insurance sides with the alligator.
Yeah. This is the stand your ground law for sure in favor of the gator. However, I feel like our founding fathers had the forethought to think if you were attacked by an alligator, no gives these backsies on that stuff.
That's
right?
your punishment.
Yeah, you served your time, you've had your sentence. An alligator took you out. I mean, he's alive. He's lucky to be alive. That was a lot of numbers, though. Like, do you know how confusing this is for a sober person? First, you're on I-10, then you're on I-310, then you're on Highway 61.
He's trying his best. I'm trying to do some math here. Is that 17,500
for what? A bond?
Yeah,
that ain't bad.
Still got to pay a good chunk, but not
all
awful.
Right. Okay, that's about clears it up for like what that wasn't local, but that was fun.
Still,
this was my funniest
headline. It's in the pocket. It still counts.
No.
I feel like we got some room for, we can edit.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm trying to. Okay, so what we can spend a bulk of some time on is this. You've been following the Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony trial? Holy fuck. So you know what I've learned from this is like people do not listen to what's going on in the court.
Not at all.
They don't. Did you hear Cardi B come out being like, this is ridiculous? And you're like, did you listen to the fucking trial?
Dude,
it was not good.
The crazy thing about that, and the part where I'm annoyed, is it's not even the anything to do with the situation. Actually it is, but not with the court part. So you have this guy's so the guy obviously gets stabbed by the guy he squared up on or some shit. Right?
So it's like they fought under a tent.
Allegedly, they fought, and then like the kid was like defending himself, and he stabbed him or something. Supposedly, I don't know exactly. Anyways, someone died. This kid's going to prison. Blah blah blah. They did all that sentencing. Got it. Here's the problem: is after all that shit, this kid's brother's just like, give me 5 minutes alone with him, and I'll show him what it means. I'm like, you had 5 minutes alone with him, and you didn't do fucking shit.
You watched him stab your brother,
and he fucking died, and you stood there like a pussy.
Yeah,
that's why I'm frustrated, because as soon as I saw this kid didn't say a word for that whole trial, not a single peep. Afterwards, they do a fucking interview, and he's like, yeah, give me 5 minutes alone with him. And I'm like, what? So you can watch him stab your dad too, dude? Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah,
that's the part that frustrates me. Like,
give me
situationally, like, it's like, It sucks for everyone involved, but like now you look dumb.
Yeah, it's like you
Because
had your chance
you
with him.
had your chance.
You were
and
there.
You didn't do anything.
You were on the field.
Like you
wasn't what he was part of the track team, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
when the thing happened, and he didn't do anything. And I'm like, dude, you can't just after the fact say, "Oh, I do some." Shut up, shut up, dude.
What bothers me about it is like nobody's like watching the trial, so like everybody's sticking to the race pocket, right?
Yep.
They're just like,
as always,
this is, dude. I watched as many videos as I could on it, and like I found this one YouTube channel. It's like that's probably sounds so funny to just audio listeners. Sorry, liquid death makes me burpy. But this one channel was very like unbiased and just talking about what's happening. They had a guy on the inside who was listening to it because they don't have any cameras, they don't have any TV in there, and he's just like letting you know what's going on. And it was like awesome. I'm glad to get these updates. And then I put on my YouTube, and then it ended, and then it went to a Matt Walsh take on what's recently going on with Carmelo Anthony. And I had to fucking get out of it for 5 minutes, like in the first 5 seconds, because it was just racist.
Yep.
Immediately. It was like antisocial black teen without a father, Carmelo Anthony. And you're like, what mattered? Why did that matter?
Why does this matter?
The kid stabbed somebody. Anyway, but I'm not about the race pockets, because what you see in this trial is like even the defense that went up there to defend Carmelo Anthony was like, shouldn't have stabbed him. You're busy.
I know. That's why I deaded it.
Yeah. But anyway, the defense Carmelo Anthony had was they were all like, we didn't expect this to happen. We don't really have any defense for our buddy. They were like, this shouldn't have happened. We didn't expect it to happen. There was no, like, Carmelo Anthony didn't go up on the bench to give his thing. Nobody had a different side of the story for him. It was all like, none of us expected it. Austin Metcalf fucking put his hands on him, then he stabbed him, and then he ran. And it was like, I know a guy who did that. His name's Jesse Valenzuela, right? Mm-hmm. You remember Jesse Valenzuela?
Yep.
Fucking in middle school. Some kid was just like, stop doing that, and like grabbed his wrist, and then he just stabbed him with a fucking pencil.
Yep.
And it's like, that guy's also in prison.
Yep.
There's something going on with you where like, why is your first thought to like escalate?
Stab you.
Why not cold clock the guy in the jaw, dude?
You can hit them.
Fucking headbutt him, you know? Like, if he's putting his hands on you, fucking give him a good one back, you know? Fucking roll around for a bit. But like, why'd you stab him? Bitch way to do it.
It's just like one of those situations where it's just like it's all fucked, like all the way to the, because supposedly the judge is friends with that family, so already you have like a fucking like biased opinion, which is totally a no-no in cases like this. But you know, they'll sweep it under the rug like usual. But the how fast they went from, okay, this is the case, and then they were like, and ABCDEFG and prison.
Yeah. But he's
gone. And I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, but like, I think about it, he's lucky with the sentence that he got. I didn't realize like he couldn't be tried for like life without parole. Mm-hmm. He couldn't be tried for life. He couldn't be tried with life without parole. He had to be given a certain amount of years. Yep. And it's like they had the option to give him anywhere from 2 to 99. And there wasn't a single black juror. Yep. On the jury, right? It was like comprised of I think it was like majority Asian or something. But anyway, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but they all came down to 35 years, which I was like, how do you get that number? And then when they explain, like they all have to agree on it. I'm like, what a fucking nuts way to go to prison.
Dude.
Your friends actually, well, not your friends, but your peers actually decide how many years they're comfortable with sentencing
and like
you.
That could change too, because like if they do decide that like it was like a botched, you know, like, if the judge's relation to this or that, you know, could have affected the outcome, you know, that can obviously, we're going to change this from this number to a smaller number, you know. But that's like a whole, like that's going to be an argument forever, because, you know, they'll have a dick measuring contest about that forever, because they'll be like, let's get back to court.
Dude, it was a nuts trial. It's
Sometimes it's kind of crazy to think about like how long trials take, because like sometimes it's just like boom boom done, and other times they just go on forever, and you're just like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
what are
Like
you
what's
doing?
going on with the Charlie Kirk one?
Dude, I don't even know
Like
what's
what's
going on with
happening
that.
there? Like
Erica Kirk's on a world tour.
yeah, she's mourning real hard.
So someone said something. I forgot what it was at one of the things recently, but someone said something, and she looked like she made a really dumb face, and then someone on the internet was just like, Erica Kirk looks like the girl who would hiss at school. And I was like, and now I can't unsee it. It's so funny,
True.
dude.
True.
Yeah, she's on a world
These-
tour.
The they just got some evidence thrown out or something because like I guess people like trial lawyers are coming out trying to get ahead of like some misinformation. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. But they're like trying to get ahead of some misinformation and now they're trying to be like, "Hey, you're not supposed to talk about the case to the news."
You're not supposed to talk, dude.
Yeah.
That's you know what that is in relation to is how many people nowadays do not understand what an NDA is, and they're just like, yeah, I'm going to talk about it. I'm like, you actually can't.
Can't. That's
And
why
they're just
Diddy's
like,
not
I'm
away
gonna,
forever.
and I'm like, you can't do that. Like, it is like anything legal wise. Like, if you are in an active court case, you can't say shit about fuck.
No.
Can't use names, and if your friends are like, "Oh, it's funny, I could say it on this," and I'm like, "No, they can't either, because you're there. You're still getting in trouble for that."
Those people on the Austin Metcalf, the jury, they weren't able to have access to their phones. They weren't able to have access to televisions. They were just sent back to a hotel room. And like Shelby and I were talking about this because like we got a couple friends who've been on some jury duty recently. And like not only do you have the people who are standing on the trial, but they're also backup jurors who have to go through the whole same process. And I was wondering if you're a backup juror on the Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony thing, you got no access to TV, your phone, do you get access to day drink from the mini bar?
What am I supposed to do?
Because what are you supposed to do? Yeah. Just sit there in a hotel room? I'd rather blow my fucking brains out,
You're not
dude.
allowed to watch TV. You can't have your phone. What am I supposed to do? Like, what you want me? We might need you. Okay, well, I might need the bar.
Yeah. I might need to be drunk for this, actually. You're leaving me alone in a room full of my thoughts?
No, this is terrible.
That's dangerous. Yeah. You want another trial, buddy?
Dude. It's kind of crazy. Oh my god, what's a good one? Do you know this is completely unrelated, but just trials and stuff. Do you know? Oh my god, what the fuck was his name? Oh, I have to look this up because I always forget his name. And he's like famous, but he got busted for like fraud and shit, and like he was like a really big politician. No, oh, maybe not big, but like he was a politician. The fuck was his name? I'm gonna feel dumb about this as soon as this loads. Bud Dwyer.
Oh,
Dude, yeah.
I remember
Dude,
that suicide. Yeah.
dude. Because
He was like, everybody be calm. Everybody be calm. He
Yeah.
couldn't calm anybody down. He just had to do it.
dude, that's crazy because like that's how that changed how they handle all of that, because they were like, you're guilty, and he was like, I'm innocent, bang, and then everybody's like, that was live television, and you know it was too late at that point. That shit aired.
Yeah. It was already on the waves.
You know, so like it's kind of crazy to think that like, you know, like your high profile cases, like they don't want that ever happening again,
No.
because that is exactly what would crazy.
That's why insurance has a suicide clause these days. You can't just like, because that's why he did it. He offed himself before the conviction so that he wouldn't lose that and the insurance would pay out. So it's like, I mean, the guy won in the end.
yeah,
You know?
who really lost here?
Yeah. Do you think like when you do that, like I've always wondered, like if you die, like the way you die, do you think like that's how you end up like in the afterlife? Because like think about the dude who got like sucked into the lathe.
Oh, dude, that would suck.
You just showing up like string cheese.
Hey guys. Dude, no. That's awful.
Holy shit. All right. What kind of content you got for me?
Okay, so check this out. So I'm gonna start this off kind of just, you don't have to look anything up. So Obsession came out about a month ago. Okay. Big movie. It's been doing big numbers, you know. came out. It's an indie film. They shot it for $750,000. And they were like, oh, it's gonna do a little bit, and then it just started going and going and going. And they're like, oh, it's doing pretty good. And then second week rolled around and it just took off like fucking SpaceX, dude, just straight into the stratosphere. And then TikTok picked it up and it just kept going. They're like, oh, it did really good. And then third week rolls around and it's still just climbing, dude. Beat Star Wars in the box office, cleared 100 million. And they're like, hell yeah. Fourth week rolls around, clears 200 million. It's the first movie since 1982 to have the biggest fourth week in the box office since fucking E.T.
Biggest fourth week.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like we're always measuring stuff.
But like, so E.T. did the same thing back in 82. And this movie, this little indie film is just fucking.
Well, I mean, back then, wasn't E.T. like an indie film?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And kids same age as Steven Spielberg was, and they actually caught Steven Spielberg at some convention, and they asked him, "Oh, you hear about the little indie film?" He's like, "Obsession." He's like, "I love that movie." I would be insufferable as that director. I'd be like, "Steven Spielberg loves my movie. That is how I'm introducing myself at every fucking party I go to."
My name's JD. Steven Spielberg liked my movie.
Dude, I would never shut up. That is like the highest form of clout. I'd be like, I
guess if we're talking like content we're consuming, so like I fucked myself with this, right? Because like we talked about like, yeah, well, that's how we'll end these things. We'll just, I feel like it's kind of like what anybody who tries to do some kind of a show does is like, look at this crazy video.
Yeah.
But it's because there's so much out there. And then I put a 30-minute timer on my social media for a day. And it's been very healthy to like not, that's why I'm posting more, because I'm not like second guessing, like, does this shit matter? Is it like that person's real?
Yeah.
It's like, I just like, no, I don't get enough time on social media. I try to check on my friends' shit. So like when I get on social media, I'm checking on the people I'm following, my friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to keep up with those relationships. But I'm done with the For You page, because like that shit's just, it makes it hard. But I'm not watching anything on social media. But I am watching Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And holy fuck, is that a good show, dude?
Dude, no, like it's crazy because like the For You page stuff, like I don't know what I did to curate I feel like I don't even do acid, but my For You page thinks I do.
Nice.
Like it's just like I saw a video the other day and it was just like the lobsters have attacked Olive Garden, and I'm just like, the fuck? And it's just
what
like
happened?
The lobsters attacked Olive Garden, and it's just like a fucking shitty fucking like CGI'd lobster doing like this shit, and like they just like they put it over a picture of an Olive Garden, and then they put a shitty song in the background, and I'm like, why is this? And I'm like, favorite, hilarious.
I don't have I watch very little content. I recently actually hold the fuck on. I'm gonna try to. I wonder if this is allowed. YouTube, the girl with no hand pulled over.
Oh, dude, this is crazy, dude. You were on your phone, and she's just like, where?
Yeah, okay.
Dude, she's gonna win that court case, and it's gonna be crazy.
This is the funniest thing I've seen.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. What do you pull over?
Dude, what's crazy is that like dude, like, she's like, are you fucking stupid? You're right, dude. Like that is the easiest bag in a court case. Like, and the crazy thing, he doubled down on it. He's like, I saw her, and I'm like, you what did you see? What did you see?
I loved the nub coming up and just obviously you didn't.
Dude, it's just crazy because like,
dude,
how do you at that point, like, you could just be like, all he had to do is be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, and go about your day. But no, he was like, my toes are planted. He's like, I'm running with this, man. I'm giving you a ticket.
Yeah,
good luck with that one, dude.
I'm digging deep into this
and
one.
Then the video came out clearly, so it's just like the rest of the world is like, what the fuck, dude? It's just like, what are you doing, dude?
I feel like that's one of those human so this is the problem, and I think you need less serious people as cops. because this guy obviously was bored that day, right? He had nothing better to do,
Dude.
and he finally just stopped somebody to be like, fucking, I'm gonna give somebody a ticket. And this would have been one of those moments where it's like, when I showed up and they showed me the nub, I would have not been able to handle it. I would have been like, you have yourself a wonderful day
Dude,
now.
just walk
We're
away.
going to forget about
The
this.
crazy thing is that like he can walk away. He doesn't have
doesn't
to get.
have
He
to
can
do
just
it.
be like, "Oh my god," and then walk away.
Dude, and then not tell anybody, because the only time this video comes out is when somebody subpoenas it.
And that lady subpoenaed the fuck out of. She was
This-
like, "Okay,"
This would have never been content if he just let her go.
but no, he had to do it.
That is, I want to play it back again. I love it so much. Hold on, wait.
It's the nub. Okay.
The fact that she starts cracking up is where I'm like, that's what I mean by real people need to police real people. Because that was funny.
That was funny.
That was funny as fuck.
But
And
like you could have left it there and it would have been just like a funny thing and you would have gone on and like it would have been just like a story to tell your friend, like haha. But then he was like serious about it. So now the internet gets to laugh and that's horrible. Like because that means his name's out on there because obviously he's and now the internet knows you're a joke.
she's never been on her phone on her right hand in her life.
Maybe at one point.
Maybe at one point, but
I mean, unless she was born with a nub, in which case then never.
but like in her life in the last
Yeah. There's
last
no way.
week.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, the last week of the last couple years, she has not once scrolled her phone on with her right hand.
Yeah.
Never been a thing.
Never.
And this guy just like could not think past his own ego. He's like,
the funny thing is he probably gave her a ticket too, and then was just like, "Yeah, you're actually only driving with one hand too, so like I'm gonna ticket you for that." You know what I mean? Like he's just gonna start adding to it. Just
I'm gonna
be a
discriminate against you.
dick. Yeah, that'll show him.
Fuck. Yeah. Okay. So that was some content that I did see. And with that, we're like coming up on the hour.
Yeah.
So I think, what do you think?
I think this is good. This is a good setup. I like this.
I think this is good. I think we need to figure out what's going on here.
Oh yeah. That was a hiccup. That wasn't supposed to happen.
I
It
think
was working 2 days ago.
I think I'm just gonna go. You know what else is? You know what's really fucked actually. Now that I'm thinking about it,
What?
I think this might just be only an audio podcast
Hell yeah.
because I forgot to sync the audio.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool
So-
though. That's cool though.
Yeah. We're gonna be okay.
Yeah, we
We'll figure this out after. Okay, good setup. Audio podcast. Go get it on Apple Podcasts. Go get it
Yeah.
on Spotify.
Shout out
I
Spotify,
really hope.
Apple, maybe X.com, Twitter.
Maybe I don't know. I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
I'm done with X. I can't. It doesn't feel like my place.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just for the loyalists.
I buy it for grok. That's about it.
I use it to find out happenings in the world.
I'm
And
about
by
to
that I
switch
mean
to
like
Google.
that's where like I find news things when celebrities die, and then also anything about a movie that's popping off. Like if a movie starts to gain traction, they don't shut up about it, and then it's all over my feed. But hell yeah, TikTok's just for memes. That's all it is. It's just fucking memes.
I have never had it.
It's just memes.
No, I did have it. I
you
deleted it.
have Instagram and Facebook, right?
That's all.
You know all the reels. It's just recycled TikToks. It's like 3 months late.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
You're not missing anything.
All right. Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
Yo, take a bite out of that.
tomwell.com. Okay, bye.